Hi guys, welcome back to Irene Tarot Card. I'm Ren, and this week's been yet another busy week for me. I hope you've had a really good week too. Not as crazy as last week's vlog, but busy nonetheless. So this week I will be sharing the process of this oil painting with you. I called Heart of the Rainforest. Last week's rainforest hike really inspired me, so I decided to do another rainforest gift piece. As far as what I've been up to, Jazz and I went shopping for some Christmas decorations, and I had to get a couple of canvases as well, and then we decorated the house, so it's all festive now. It's just a matter of trying to keep Cindy off the tree, which is not easy. We also fired up the pizza oven for the first time this season with some great friends over, and that was a really nice night. I've also been taking the cats out the back now that the weather's a lot better, and everything's absolutely thriving out there, so it's nice to spend a bit of time out there. Had a coffee catch up with a girlfriend, a really close girlfriend who is actually going away to America for 6 weeks, so we had a bit of a get together before she goes away. So where are you guys actually going? You're going to LA again?
Yeah.
Will you go up to New York again?
No.
Oh, okay, because you said Santa Barbara, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about an hour and a half, 2 hours from LA.
Yeah.
San Diego.
Oh, nice.
Palm Springs.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm jealous. That's good. That's really good.
Yeah,
Sharon.
it should work out good, yeah.
Always great catching up with Sharon. So other than that, food-wise, I thought I'd include a recipe for smoky spiced pork chops this week with some sweet potato wedges and smoky beans. So you'll see that later in the vlog. I also gifted a great cause with a couple of paintings, but more on that later. However, my week started with the end of last week, editing the reel and the video that I put up last week. I write original poetry for my reels each week, and this week was no different, and I really liked last week's footage.
This past week's adventures, Jay and I had a date night at Rainforest with many steps to get to the bottom and find.
Skip along to my heartbeat, try to lift these heavy feet. Ignore the heartache, all the pain will overrise just like a sheet. Plod along, I'm getting there. Where that may be, I have no care. And then it was time to start the painting with mapping out where everything will go basically, and laying in just the foundation of darks to begin with. So last weekend, Jazz, Jay and I decided to decorate the house. Jazz really wanted to go and pick up some more Christmas decorations, and I needed a couple smaller scale canvases as well, so we did that first. And then we decorated the house up, so it's nice and festive now. And yeah, it's just a matter of trying to keep Simi away from the tree because she just absolutely loves the idea of playing with the branches and the baubles, and she's climbed the top a couple times and knocked the star off. So yeah, so that's been a little bit crazy. Perfect. Yeah, cute. I'm thinking little lights to go like down along the mantle, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, and our little Christmas tree. Aww. That's so yay. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Do you like the tree, Kimber? We usually decorate on the 1st of December with Jasmine. That's always been our tradition. However, she's working on the 1st of December, so we wouldn't be able to do it on the 1st because she finishes work at like 6:30 at dinner time. So we decided to do it a few days early, but I'm glad we got it done. It's nice to have the house all decorated up. And then next on the painting, I decided to work on the greenery. So laying in all the rainforest ferns basically. We hadn't fired up our pizza oven since last summer really, so we decided to invite a few close friends over and fire that up, make some Woodfire pizzas. Jay's been working on a few pocket bikes that he builds from scratch basically. He's got 3 sitting there put together now, so a few people had a go on one of those. We had some pizzas together, lots of drinks, and yeah, it was a lovely night together.
Jesus, my pants! Jesus,
No.
my pants!
That's Kevin Bloody Wilson.
Oh, that's right.
Do you remember that, Mins?
Oh, no, I'm
Stop
so
it.
worried tonight.
Oh, good luck with you,
Yeah.
stubbornness.
You
You won't have any of that.
With
the big dogs, like English Mastiffs, like the lady I used to work with, or a lady at work.
Yeah.
There it goes.
How did you get a license for those right now?
Bike 1, bike 2, bike 3. Yep, that's what I'm doing, Ange, hiding. That way.
Oh,
400.
it's so uncomfortable. I'm late.
Beautiful. Perfect.
I on it for a while. Never at all, anywhere. Because it's not maintenance. It's like the. I'll rip the other one out. Because it's not maintenance. It's just the
Beautiful.
ones that got out. You. Sit like I do not. Yeah, I wouldn't pick it.
Yes. And he jumped in the car, started the engine, drove off, even though there was no fuel tank in there. So, well, you better make it 3 then, and drove off. But he had the extra line fuel, right? And had enough petrol to put like a 4.
Properly, so Billy couldn't walk properly. He was in a wheelchair. He got injured in a car accident. When he was 6 years old, he refused to let this bring him down. He could see him use his hands. So he could see him use his hands, but because he was in a wheelchair, yeah?
Couldn't use his punch, couldn't use his head.
So the local CFA Fire Association is having their annual raffle soon. And with fire season coming up, because we have quite a bad fire season in Victoria usually, so they need all the funding that they can get. And I was asked to gift a painting to go in the prize draw. So I decided to gift 2, a smaller scale and a larger scale one, which I think is a fantastic cause. And I actually feel really privileged to be able to help in some way. What? Regarding my CFA paintings? Ready to go, ready to be picked up. Then the 3rd layer on this piece, I worked on the rocks, the cliff edge and some depth to the water. Then for a lunch during painting, I just made myself a laksa bowl and put some roast chicken in there, some bean shoots, some added flavours like fish sauce and soy sauce and sesame oil. So that was a nice little lunch during painting. We have now lived here long enough to let the cats outside without fear that they'll run off, even though I have Cindy on the harness. Kimber just wanders around and she stays close. So I've been taking them out a little bit and everything's sort of growing and thriving out there. It's really nice being out the back. I hope that the weather gets better and better because it's still been quite chilly. But yeah, they love their time out there. They absolutely love it. So many grapes. Just vines and vines and vines of it. Then the 4th layer, it was time to work on the water some more. I basically added all the lights and close to whites, indicating where the rainforest, where the waterfall is actually, and where the small fall is in the front. I worked on some of the rocks and added a little bit more detail to those, so that sort of brought the painting closer to its finality, only leaving just the lights to go in the last layer. And for a weeknight dinner, this week I made some spiced pork chops with smoky beans, sweet potato wedges and just some greens on the side, just some broccoli. I normally make my own rubs, however, because pork chops are quite quick to cook and there's no time to really smoke them, and same with the beans, if you want to get it done quick, just a tin of baked beans. To add lots of flavour, I actually use a pre-mixed smoke rub, and that adds that smoky flavour, so it's a really effective cheat. And yeah, it's relatively easy to throw together. You can substitute steak or even a vegan meat-free option. But yeah, it was a nice weeknight dinner. We want to start with the sweet potato wedges. So cut your sweet potato into small wedges, a little bit of an oil spray, salt, pepper, and into a hot oven they go. Next we want to get the beans on. So I've got 1 small onion per 1 tin of baked beans, which is for 2 people, and a large clove of garlic chopped, and I'm going to saute that. And the secret to this being smoky is a cheat, which is this smoking Texas rub, because it's got smoke flavoring in it, so you get that smoky effect without actually smoking your meat, especially if you're cooking it quick. So half of the rub will be used on the meat with a bit of salt, and half of it will be put in with the beans and the onions and garlic, but we'll have to saute that, soften them, in with the spice rub, and then on with the beans and cook it down for a little bit, and that'll be it. So we want to get this meat coated. First we want to go on with some salt. Seasoning both sides, and then we go on with that smoky Texan rub. This will add a lovely smoky flavour. Work it in really well. Oh, I can smell the smoke already. Alright, that's cooked down nicely now, so I'm going to add about 1/4 of the smoke rub and in with our beans. And then salt and pepper, and as soon as it starts to bubble, turn it down and just let it do its thing. Broccoli water nearly boiling, so we'll get our meat on next. Once your pan is nice and hot, you want to go in with your pork chops, and you're going to cook them about 5 minutes each side until they're nice and golden. And pay attention to your beans because they can stick a little bit, so give them a stir every couple of minutes. And then we'll throw in the broccoli in the last few minutes of the pork cooking, and we're done. Cooking away nicely. I keep flipping it so that the rub doesn't burn. And now just on with some greens. I've just got some broccoli florets, but you can do basically any greens you like on the side, and keep stirring your beans. Alright, so we'll serve up our sweet potatoes, our smoky beans, our greens, and finally our pork chops. And enjoy. And then finally this morning I finished up this week with some light added to everything, just highlighting some of the leafage, a little bit of the water, a little bit of the rocks, and yeah, that's this piece finished. So this piece is another Christmas gift to somebody who actually loved the process of this piece. I'm not sure what I'll be working on next week, but I'll work it out. I may do one more gift for Christmas. But yeah, I've got something in mind, but we'll see what happens with that. As far as there's not much adventure this week with the rainy weather we've been having, we didn't do any hikes or anything, but if you want to see a more adventurous vlog, check out last week's video. And I hope to do something a little bit more nature related next week. And thank you for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope you'll join me again next time. And have a great week, have a great weekend, and hope to see you then. Okay, bye guys.